In the world of luxury automobiles, the name Rolls Royce stands apart. The brand is synonymous with unparalleled engineering, elegance, and prestige. But behind the legendary cars and the iconic spirit of ecstasy hood ornament lies a story that begins not with wealth or privilege, but with a bankrupt child and an unrelenting drive to innovate. This is the story of Henry Royce, the man who built Rolls Royce from the ground up. The scene opens in rural England in the 1860s, a small, modest cottage in Alwalton, Cambridgeshire. A young Henry Royce is gazing out of a window, lost in thought. Born on March 27, 1863, in Alwalton, Henry Royce's life began in poverty. His father died when he was just a child, and his mother struggled to raise him alone. Royce had little formal education and came from a background of hardship, yet he possessed an intense fascination with how things worked, particularly mechanical devices. Cut to a young Henry tinkering with tools, assembling rudimentary engines, and learning by trial and error. His hands are covered in grease, but his eyes gleam with curiosity. Despite his limited resources, Royce's fascination with mechanics and engineering grew. He was largely self-taught, learning through books and hands-on experience. As a teenager, he worked in various apprenticeships, eventually finding a job at the Electric Light and Power Company in London. It was there that Royce's true potential began to take shape. Cut to 1904. Royce, now a skilled engineer, works in a small, cluttered office surrounded by blueprints and mechanical parts. His first industrial engine is on the workbench. By 1904, Henry Royce had saved enough money to start his own company, the Royce Motor Company. He designed a series of industrial engines that gained attention for their remarkable quality and reliability. But it was a chance meeting with an ambitious man named Charles Rolls that would change everything. Cut to Charles Rolls, a well-dressed and confident aristocrat, strolling through a London motor show. He's intrigued by Royce's engine and approaches him. Charles Rolls was an already established figure in the world of automobiles. A car dealer, aviator, and entrepreneur, he had a passion for the automobile industry and was looking for a car that embodied the same quality as the engines Royce had built. Rolls and Royce met at a motor show in London in 1904, and a partnership was born. The two men struck a deal. Royce would design and build a car, and Rolls would sell it under the name Rolls Royce. Cut to a bustling factory in Derby, England, where workers assemble the first Rolls Royce cars. Royce supervises closely, inspecting every detail. The first Rolls Royce car, the 10 horsepowers, was unveiled in 1904. It was a masterpiece of engineering, powerful, silent, and elegant. But despite its brilliance, Rolls-Royce faced many challenges. The cars were expensive, and the company struggled to compete with established automakers. Cut to Royce standing in the factory, carefully checking the work of his engineers and workers. Royce's obsessive attention to detail and commitment to perfection meant that every Rolls-Royce car was a work of art. Though the cars were costly, their reputation for quality quickly spread. In the years that followed, Rolls-Royce cars became the choice of royalty, celebrities, and the elite. Models like the Silver Ghost, released in 1907, became synonymous with luxury and refinement. The year is 1912. News of Charles Rolls's tragic death in a plane crash sends shockwaves through the company. In 1912, tragedy struck the fledgling company. Charles Rolls, the man who had been the face of Rolls-Royce, died in a plane crash. His death was a massive blow, and many feared that without Rolls, the company might not survive. Cut to Royce sitting at his desk, looking somber but resolute. He looks at a photograph of Rolls and then returns to his work. Though devastated by the loss of his partner, Henry Royce refused to let the company falter. He believed in the vision they had shared. The legacy of Rolls-Royce was bigger than any single individual, and Royce pressed on. Under his leadership, Rolls-Royce continued to thrive and released the Silver Ghost, which became known as the best car in the world. A Rolls-Royce Phantom glides down a scenic road, its engine purring with quiet power. Today, Rolls-Royce is the gold standard of luxury automobiles, known for its excellence in craftsmanship, design, and engineering. The brand, now owned by BMW, is valued at approximately $60 billion in 2024. From its humble beginnings in a small workshop in Derby, Rolls Royce has become one of the most recognized and sought-after brands in the world. When Royce first started his company, his initial investment was modest, just £20,000, the equivalent of about £2 million today. While this may seem small in comparison to the company's current worth, it was enough to launch a revolution in automotive engineering. Royce's meticulous commitment to quality transformed the company into a global empire. Though Charles Rolls played a pivotal role in giving the company its name, it was Henry Royce's vision, innovation, and relentless pursuit of perfection that built its legacy. Royce's passion for engineering and his obsession with quality continue to define Rolls-Royce to this day. The camera pans to a portrait of Henry Royce in the Rolls Royce Museum. Henry Royce was a man who started with nothing but his dreams and an unshakable drive to succeed. From a poor, bankrupt child, he created one of the most iconic brands in the world. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the belief that greatness is not determined by where you start, but by how far you're willing to go. From a child with nothing but a dream to a man whose name will forever be synonymous with excellence, Henry Royce's legacy continues to inspire. The Rolls-Royce story proves that with dedication, vision, and a relentless pursuit of quality, anything is possible.